Hey everyone, I recorded a webinar for back to work, back to school success on the weekend, and the technology did not work out very well. It was very glitchy and the recording did not sound clear. So I wanted to re-record it and share it with everyone who signed up for the webinar, as well as my brain fitness database, everyone who receives my newsletter. I really think this is essential information to take with us into the fall season, especially with everything we've been going through on the planet these days. So yeah, this is for everybody. It's going to be up for a limited time. So watch it, share it, and watch it a few times if you want, because this information is affecting us all. And by implementing the information and strategies I share with you, you can really invest into your fit brain and fit life at school, at work, and in daily life. So here we go. To start with, I won't dwell on it, but it's important to just cover off the main issues that people are reporting these days. So I've been speaking to individuals and organizations, and everyone's saying the same thing, that there's certain issues that they are really struggling with, and they fall into three categories. The first one is fatigue. The second one is kind of fear and anxiety. And the third one is kind of a down or depressed attitude. And so if you're feeling any of those things, you're in good company. Many other people are as well, and for good reason. I'd like to take a moment and unpack what's going on in each of those areas so that we can understand it better and then do something about it. So number one, fatigue. Your energy budget is being compromised, okay? First of all, your brain is an energy hog, okay? It takes a lot of energy and fuel to do its job on a normal day when things are just going, kind of fairly easy. When you throw in stress, it has to work harder. And what we've been dealing with lately, with the amount of change going on, the extra roles and responsibilities, people working from home, going through organizational changes, even being out of work, homeschooling their kids, being concerned about relatives, the economy, what's going on globally, all these things add up. And what happens is it takes energy to process it all. And our energy budget is just spent. So if you're feeling tired, be easy on yourself, okay? You are feeling that way for good reason. Next of all, you are likely dealing with fear and or anxiety because you're downshifting into flight, fight, or freeze state. And that's because basically your brain's number one concern is for your safety. And so mentioning all the issues that I just did, your brain is having a hard time wrapping itself around everything that's going on. And then to top it off, your brain loves to predict. In fact, that's how you go about your day, is making predictions. That's how you function in the world. But with all the level of uncertainty that's happening, it's very hard to make predictions. So that's another issue we're contending with here. Okay, so you're going into flight, fight, or freeze, that reactive survival brain. That's normal to have that happen. So last but not least, there's the third one, which is the kind of the down or depressed attitude. And that's because our happy brain hormones, our neurochemicals, are being hijacked. Our regular outlets for fun, entertainment, socializing, even getting activity like dancing, exercising, classes, many of them have been disrupted, if not canceled completely. And that is really, that's causing a lot of disturbance for people, because those were the ways that we would go out and we'd have outlets. We'd distract ourselves, or we'd learn new things, and we'd connect with other people. And it would stimulate our neurochemicals like dopamine, serotonin, endorphins, and oxytocin. And so we don't have those regular places to have that kind of stimulation. Instead, we're at home a lot, in front of screens a lot, and sitting a lot. And it's taking its toll. It really is. So now that we've discussed those issues, and I don't want to dwell on them, but it's important to recognize them. And if you can relate to one or more, you are in good company, because many, many people are. So what can we do about it? Well, I've got some good news for you, okay? I've got three pieces of good news, okay, to balance out the challenges we're dealing with. The first piece of good news is that you are composed of the most incredible, sophisticated, and powerful technology on the planet. That's right, that's your brain. And amazing, you have this incredible overall cellular power as well, because first of all, you're composed of 50 to 100 trillion cells working 24/7 on your behalf. They've been on the planet for 3.5 billion years. They really know their job well. And they're all like mini computers, okay? Now, what puts you at the top of the food chain, gives you the human advantage, is that a large collection of the most highly evolved cells on the planet have come together to make something really special, the CEO of your life, your brain. And those are 86 billion neurons that have done that. So you are working with just amazing, amazing technology. Now, on top of that, good news number two is that you are a neuroplastician. That's right, you're not a neurosurgeon, but you are a neuroplastician. And you are working with the plasticity of your brain all the time, for better or for worse, intentionally or unintentionally, through the thoughts you think, the words you speak, the environments you're in, the interactions you're having, the sleep you get, the food you eat, everything is impacting your brain and how it functions, how it develops, how healthy or unhealthy it is. So knowing that is really important, because then you can make good choices, which leads to good news number three. Good news number three is that you can't always change what's going on around you, but you can impact what's going on inside of you. And that's key, because the outer world impacts us. In fact, research shows that just watching 2 to 3 minutes of news media that you do not perceive as positive, that you feel as like concerning or negative, can linger with you for 6 to 8 hours after. So a little bit of news can affect your mood for your whole day. So that is something to know, so you can set some boundaries and dial that amount of time that you spend on that down. It's not so you're going around uninformed, but so that you're actually investing into your self-care and you're doing things in balance. So you're not overwhelming yourself. Now, a cool thing though to also mitigate that is that research shows that investing into your personal autonomy, like your self-governance, is the most powerful way to build your happiness muscles. In fact, personal autonomy is more valuable to people and more important to people than status, wealth, and sex. Can you believe it? It's true though. And so when you're investing into your self-care or self-management, you start to feel you have the opportunity to feel at your best. So amazing, right? So speaking of which, that's where solutions come in. That's where doing some brain activation strategies is the solution, the most amazing solution there is. So I'm going to share a few of those quick activities with you. I'll share some with you. And if you want more, I've got a lot of brain activation strategies in on my programs on my website there. You can go to the page. I'll include that in the mail out here, so you know the link. And there are dozens upon dozens of activities that you can do and insert into your life for work, for school, for daily life, so that you can improve your overall functioning, your energy levels, your focus, your decision making, your communication, your organization, all of these things. And most of all, invest into your brain fitness, your fit brain and your fit life. Okay, so on that note, first things first, stay hydrated. Carry a water bottle around. You are an electrical unit. You need to be hydro-powered on a regular basis. I can't say that enough. Stay hydrated. Don't wait till you feel thirsty to have water. Have it on a regular basis. You're meant to be occurring in a milieu of hydration, okay? Next of all, breathe. When we're stressed, we don't breathe properly. So this is easy to do anywhere, anytime. Practice your breathing. Inhale through your nose to oxygenate your brain, okay, and give it some nice cooling effects, some AC. It's like air conditioning for your brain when you do a nice big inhale. And then exhale and release any, that releases tension and toxicity. And the moment you exhale actually activates the relaxation response as well. So inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth, this nice cyclical breathing, repeat it over and over again. Practice it all the time. It will be immediately calming and energizing simultaneously. Amazing. Okay, and then for a few more, and these are inspired by and taken from Dr. Paul Dennison's Brain Gym program, which I've been licensed in for 20 years now. It's an amazing program. It's near and dear to my heart. It's the cornerstone of my personal and professional path. So I give great recognition to his pioneering work. But these activities and variations of them are so quick and easy, 30 seconds to a minute, and make such a difference. So an all over body massage just by rubbing and rolling out your ears from top to bottom, bit by bit. It feels great. You're stimulating over 400 acupressure points located throughout your entire body. So you're getting an all over body energizing experience. And at the same time, feels great. You're giving yourself touch, which helps to activate the relaxation response. And you're doing something on both sides of your body, which means you're stimulating both sides of your brain. So you're creating whole brain expansion here. Amazing. Okay, and then if you don't have time to go for a walk, although I'm a huge proponent of going for regular walks, if not 2 a day, at least 1 a day, get out there for 15, 20 minutes, walk around your block to the park, wherever you can. But sometimes we just can't get away from our desk because we only have a couple minutes to take a break. Well, you can do a seated walk, opposite hand to opposite leg. Turning your head as you do this gives you a screen break as well, changes up your visual field, loosens up your body, changes your posture, gets the communication going through your spine as well, because we can get tight and slumped in our posture from excessive screen time, but also from the heaviness of stress. So there you go. Little time. And when you look to side, feel free to smile. That's good for you too. And brings up the positivity. And also when you're smiling and moving in a natural, free way like that, your brain moves out of survival. It actually says, you know what? I'm safe to actually function back into an optimal way. When we go into survival, we're only using a limited part of our resources because we're just trying to get to safety. So this puts you back online, fully online. Another great one is to put your legs out in front of you, toes up, and you're going to breathe your arms up in the air. So your breath is like your power to lift your arms up. And then when you exhale, you float down as far as you can in front of you. Maybe your hands go to your knees, maybe your calves, maybe your shins, maybe your feet. The idea here is that you're doing a nice lengthening kind of stretch, inhaling, exhaling as far as you can down with your legs out in front of you and your feet up, okay? So that will give the back of the legs a nice stretch. Okay, so we've done the ears. These are called thinking caps in Brain Gym. We've gone for a walk. These are the cross crawls. Then we did a lengthening activity, a variation of the gravity glider. 2 more left. This one gives your eyes a nice screen break, and this is a variation of the lazy 8. What we're going to do is trace the infinity sign out in front of us, and you're just going to take a finger and imagine drawing it onto a piece of paper, and your eyes are following, okay? And you're breathing as you do this, and it's not a quick movement. You do keep it flowing, but it's not a race. You really want to make the connection and keep breathing as you do this. And after you do one hand, then you can do the other, tracing both sides, letting your eyes follow around. Great. And then you can take both fingers and do them together. So you're getting even more teaming, whole brain teaming going on with the left and right sides. Okay, so there you go. Excellent. Okay, take your time with all these. This is so important for you to really move with intention, feel the experience, be in the experience, and that way you'll get more benefit from it. Even if you do it for less amount of time, if you do it slowly and intentionally, you'll get more from it. Last but not least, if you're just feeling overwhelmed, you need a quick calming down, you're feeling your anxiety levels rising, or you just can feel the tension and the fear mounting, you want to take a break, drink some water, get your water bottle out, have a nice sip of water, do some breathing while you do this activity. Rub your hands together, hold palms out side to side, and then face the palms inward. And in your own time, just allow your hands to come together. Okay, just gradually allow them to come together. Eyes can be closed, glancing downwards. They will find their way. This is done in a nice, slow, and relaxing way, where you're really taking your time to feel this and allow the energy to gather again back into your midline. Okay, until your fingertips are touching. Hold it there for a moment. Then let your hands come together. Interlace your fingers and bring it to your lap. There you go. Okay, so notice how you feel after doing these. And if you even noticed a small difference, that is great, because these small constant investments will add up over time. And you know, at the end of the day, we need to be doing something to care for ourselves. Remember, you're investing into your self-autonomy, you're leveraging your neuroplasticity. You are a neuroplastician after all. It is your job to do this. So I'll be happy to hear how it goes for you, and enjoy your shift into the fall season, this back to work and back to school time. I know it's a big deal. And yet you have the most powerful, clever, and sophisticated technology on the planet that you're working with. And, oh, I should get my expandable sphere. You will move from using a very limited portion, a stressed survival-based portion, into your whole brain connection. And this is where it's at. Okay, everybody, enjoy. I'll look forward to connecting with you again soon.